Hello and welcome to another episode of A Free to Ford Bronco, where let me go ahead and jump into telling you what sold since the last time I talked to you guys last. And the first item I have to share for you, I'm just going to scoot over here a little bit. Miss Moxie is down here. You just can't see her. I promise she's here. Is this home stuck sleep set. Now this is a gift to me from Victoria, who I recently got to shop with, and hopefully you guys will see that video soon. But this is just a yellow sleep set. Homestuck is a video game, and she gifted me an entire bunch of video game type clothing, and this sold for my full asking price of $22.87. This is something I'd actually thrifted for myself because I am trying to find more items in the light spring, which is apparently my color story. That's a whole other thing to talk about. But this actually didn't have a tag, and when I put it on I realized that it was way too big for me because it's actually an extra large. So I did a reverse Google search, or image search, and it came up with the exact item. So this is a True Craft flutter sleeve, green top. It was really beautiful. Unfortunately, like I said, it just didn't fit, so I went ahead and listed it, and it sold immediately, like within 48 hours of me listing it. I think it's because it's still on the Belk site, but this size wasn't available anymore. Sold for $11.90 on an offer. This is something from my own closet. I unboxed a giant box from when I moved like in 2009, 2010, and this box had been sitting in my parents' house for forever. And that was the end of the Adidas era from when I worked at Adidas, and this Adidas sweatshirt, hoodie, full zip, whatever you want to call it, that I wore when I worked there, sold for $10, and of course the buyer paid for shipping. That's very reasonable because I think I got this for free when I worked at Adidas as part of my allotment. You used to get allotments, like clothing allotments, and you would get a certain amount to spend every quarter for new uniform clothing. So this I think was 100% free. Moxie, no. She's making biscuits in the clothes I gotta show you. Here is Miss Moxie, by the way. If I don't show her, you guys will get mad. Here she is. But I sold another of the Homestuck stuff that Victoria sent to me. And this was a very small shirt that came with a hood. I'm guessing it's one of the characters. I had to look up a lot of this stuff because some of it was video games I've never heard of or played. But this sold on an offer of $15.90, and super happy about that. This is an exciting sale. So I ordered with the proceeds I made from reselling my own stuff and from some of the stuff that you guys have sent me. I decided to reinvest that money into this project and get a men's thread-up box because those have been the most lucrative boxes that I've received. I will link that video up above if you want to see it, but I love the men's thread-up boxes. And these pair of shoes came in that box. These actually sold to someone in the Netherlands. It is currently on their way to the Netherlands now, but it sold for my full asking price of $69.87, and the buyer not only paid the $12 for shipping, but they also paid the additional $20 to have it shipped to the Netherlands. So this was amazing. Between this pair of shoes and the Gold Cup Sperry's, I paid for the box, basically. So, I mean, I feel like I did better with the shoes that ended up in the men's thread-up box than I've ever done in any of the shoe thread-up boxes. So, you normally get like a few pair of shoes with the men's thread-up box. So again, highly recommend the men's thread-up box. They've always done really well for me, and this is awesome. This was a nice chunk of money to go towards my Ford Bronco. Again, another piece from when I used to work at Adidas. This is a pair of track shorts when I used to be able to run 5 miles every day. My knee doesn't let me do that anymore, but these sold for $10, and again, this was part of my allotment. So when I worked at Adidas, so zero money into that here, so that's all profit. And then this was a BlizzCon thing. I went to BlizzCon in 2009 with my friend David, and this was one of the items you got for free for going to BlizzCon, and I just went ahead and sold it because it's literally just been collecting dust. I've had it for, 13 years now and never did anything with it. So it's moved on to a new home, and I hope whoever the new person is actually like paints it and does something with it because it's kind of a cool thing. It's not my jam. This was something that was gifted to me by the boy's neighbor. The boy's neighbor is very very affluent, and he called us and was like, hey, I have all these pots. I'm not going to do any gardening anymore. Come get them. And so it was probably like a few $1,000s in pots that were gifted. The boy kept most of them because he's like growing little baby Japanese maple trees. You don't need to know any of that. Anyway, I picked this one out because it was green and cute, and then I got home and realized that, oh, I should probably just sell this, because it was a Shawnee pottery piece from the mid-century era, and it sold on an offer for $13.50, and that was pure profit because, again, it was a gift from Tommy. Okay, and then the last item that sold to share with y'all is this Land's End tie that Melissa gifted me in her big pile of stuff that she gave me, because she knows I buy and sell ties, so she knew I would be happy to list this one. It sold for $5, so not a whole lot of profit there, but again, it was free to me, so this was great. So all in total, for the last, like, since March, since I decided to do this series, I have a total now in my Bronco fund of $462.88. I think that's correct, yes. So if you are new here and have absolutely no idea what is going on, I actually ordered my Ford Bronco, a four-door Ford Bronco hardtop, 2.5 years ago, when I was still employed at a 9-to-5 where I was making really good money with all kinds of benefits. But about a year after I ordered the Bronco, my job had changed drastically without my consent, and so it became unbearable and I quit. And I decided to do reselling full time. Now, one of the big pillars I talk about all the time is tell people what you do. You'd be surprised at how generous people are. And I have been gifted multiple carloads of stuff from friends and family and neighbors that instead of donating it to the Goodwill or whatever thrift store that's closest to them, they have donated it to me to resell. And I'm very open and honest with what goes on my channel, so I thought it would be kind of a neat series to see if I could buy and pay for my Ford Bronco with zero money out of my own pocket. And so I have been gifted more stuff from friends and family. I have been gifted giant boxes of stuff from you guys, which I'm actually going to start opening some later on. But I now have my Ford Bronco. It did take 2.5 years for me to finally secure it. It's green, it's beautiful, it is my dream vehicle. I will probably own this until it gets totaled, which hopefully will never happen. Find some wood to knock on somewhere, and or until I pass away. I am so happy and grateful to have this vehicle. And I mentioned in my last video that the actual payment for the Bronco is $100 a month. But what I'm going to do and kind of try to get things paid down faster is I actually want to split that in half. So I want to pay $400 every 2 weeks. And what that does is it'll actually make an extra payment a year. Plus, that sounds a little bit more reasonable to only pay $400 every 2 weeks than it does to pay $800 a month. And I already have $400 in the Bronco account, so I'm actually going to do that now. And so that is going to leave the Bronco fund now with $62.88 in it. So that means in 2 weeks I need to make another, you know, $340 some odd to do the second half of the payment. And to do that, I have pulled some stuff from my own closet, and I'm going to show you some gifts that have been generously given to me. And so let me go ahead and show you the stuff that is already listed, and then we will open some boxes. So Melissa, I recently went thrifting with her at Diversity, and she ended up giving me like 3 bags worth of stuff. So I'm going to show you 1 bag worth of stuff because that's all I've gotten listed so far. The first thing is this Appleseed limited edition Fair Isle sweater. So if you see this style where it's like got this circle all the way around, that is called Fair Isle. And this is a very fuzzy sweater. It looks horribly pilled, but that's just the texture of the sweater because of the blend content. But this is a petite medium in this nice pink. I have really good luck selling Fair Isle items, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Perfect for the Barbie movie release recently. We have a Banana Republic small petite sweater. It looks much better on Karen, by the way. But this is like a hot Barbie pink, and this is 100% merino wool. and a size small. Again, Banana Republic is a mall brand, but I've actually had pretty decent luck selling it, and then of course it's free to me because Melissa just gave me the bag. And you'll notice that a lot of the stuff that Melissa gave me is all wool, and that's because she doesn't like the texture. She doesn't like dealing with it or touching it, but she can get it for really cheap where she is. So she's just been kind of like collecting it for me and then sending it to me, which is really sweet of her, Melissa. So if you're watching this video, thank you very much. She also knows that I really like wool, so there you go. This is another merino wool piece. This is Talbot's, and this nice purple color. And this is also small petite. And a regular fixture on this channel is Purple People Love Purple. So there is something for my purple people. This is gorgeous. This is a cashmere blend, and this feels so nice. This is so soft. This is a blue batwing sweater. That's what this is. So here's the cuff for the sleeve, and here's the turtleneck piece. It looks like a bat wing. So when you open your arm up, it literally looks like a wing. So bat wing sweater. And because of the fact it is a bat wing, it is a medium large because it's, as you can tell, super roomy in here. So the only part that you would have an issue with as far as being tight for fit would be around your neck, because this is a turtleneck, but you can see how much stretch there is in here. But this is a cashmere blend, and all of these things I have screened very thoroughly for holes, and there were no holes in that, which with wool is amazing. Especially with wool you get at a thrift store. This is a Brooks Brother, and this is Italian merino wool. It just makes it sound fancier. This is navy. I know it looks black. I have to double check whenever I see dark colors because I can't see dark colors very well, so I will normally hold them up to each other just to make sure. But yeah, this is navy and this is black. So that's a size large, so we got a large merino wool sweater. And then we have a J. Crew chevron slim fit little cardigan. This is a size medium, but it is too tight for my arms. And this is actually cotton. It's a cotton blend. If this fit me better, I probably would have ended up keeping that, just because of the fact that gray and green are my two favorite colors. And now I'm going to share everything that I pulled from my own closet to list. So one of the items that Melissa gifted me to resell was a medium cabbie jacket. It's a wool jacket, and I've decided to keep that because it fits perfectly and it is so cute. So, but you guys will see that hopefully in a thrifting video, you know, once it cools off and it's no longer 96 degrees outside. But because I was keeping a jacket, I do an one in, one out policy. I had decided to go ahead and list this vintage blazer that I have. This is Addendum, and it's from this Addenda. Sorry, not Addendum. Addenda. The brand doesn't matter. It's just a vintage from the 70s. Single vented. That's what this is. This is a single vented 2-button blazer and this nice plaid. This is a size small. It doesn't really fit my shoulders very well, but I looked so cute in it that I've held on to it, but I'm gonna let it move on to a new home now because I will definitely get way more use out of the cabbie piece than I will that. And I decided, since I was going to go ahead and get rid of that blazer because it doesn't fit anymore, I might as well get rid of the other blazer that doesn't fit anymore at the same time. And this is Express. This is from when I was in college. So this is size 4. This definitely does not fit me anymore. I kind of just kept it for nostalgia reasons. But it's just a plain black blazer, also with a single vent and double button, 2-button. It's a nothing piece, but I went ahead and listed it because, again, I'd rather have more space in my closet and the money for the Bronco than have it just sit in my closet. And the next few pieces are also from my time when I worked at Adidas, but they don't fit anymore and I don't wear them, so because they don't fit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let them go. This is super cute. This is a Stella McCartney x Adidas piece. Yes, this is Adidas. It has the bodice there with lace trim bodice and double wide straps. This is all elastic. This is a size small in this beautiful cream color, but I haven't worn this in forever and I just kept it because it was Stella McCartney, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. It's not gonna go for a whole lot, but again, it's better than it just sitting in my closet for, you know, another decade or so. Another piece from my time at Adidas. This is a yoga top. I wore this all the time, but I don't anymore. So it has a nice little detail on the back, just something interesting, and this is purple, and you know, purple people love purple. That's a size medium. And then we have a size small. This is the trefoil. That is the name of this logo. This is the Adidas Originals logo. And so that's just a little basic black. And then we have an Adidas running tank. This is an extra small, I think. Yep, the extra small. I was very tiny when I worked at Adidas. Like, imagine me 40 pounds lighter. Imagine me 40 pounds lighter. There you go. Like, that seems like a lot of weight, and I still look thin. So just imagine how thin I was when I worked at Adidas. Anyway, little extra small green and navy little tank. But that is everything that is currently listed. Now I'm going to open up a couple of boxes because I've been asked about them. So I'm going to open up a box sent to me by Doyle and a box sent to me by Brett. I am going to open in the next video the boxes that were sent to me by Boldly Growing, and then also Denise. So Denise, I did get your package. It's just downstairs. Also Melissa sent me another box, but I'm going to wait to show that to you until I have finished listing the bags that she already gave me. So I'm just a little overwhelmed right now with y'all's generosity. Plus I'm also still sourcing. So I have a lot to list. My death pile is just getting ridiculous. So here is the box that was sent to me from Doyle. Sizable box. And again, I just want to state I am super grateful to everyone that is contributing to this. It is very, very humbling for you guys to help me make my dream come true and for let me keep this beautiful, beautiful vehicle that literally brings me joy every time I go outside and look at it. I cannot express to you how happy I am and grateful. I'm also can't express to you just how bloody hot I am too. It is, like I said, it's 96 degrees outside and I'm struggling because I'm also upstairs when I'm filming. So we're just gonna go with this, and y'all are just gonna have to make fun of me for it if you want to. But I feel like most of y'all understand how miserable it is right now outside. Okay, so I got a little note, I think this is a little note. You sent me money? Doyle sent me $10, which is just gonna go directly into the Bronco fund. So thank you, that was unbelievably sweet of you, Doyle, I appreciate it. And then also, looks like sent me some stuff to list. That is so sweet. And it just says thank you on the inside, which is very cute. Alright, this is a jacket. It looks like it's a metallic jacket. It's got a metallic thread. This is a vintage Sag Harbor jacket. And a size 16 women. It's got some significant padding in the shoulders. I'll have to look. Let's see, where is this made? Guatemala. So this might be like from the 90s then. But it is red and metallic, and I will just steam all of the wrinkles out of it. This is acrylic and polyester, so it's not wool, so thankfully I don't have to worry about any holes, and it looks like it's in good shape. So thank you. And then, let's see here. Everything is very nicely wrapped. It's wrapped in plastic. Little ties. And we got some more blazers, it looks like. Or is this a suit? This is a suit. It's a skirt suit. Sorry, have to keep changing that. All right, so this is purple. Purple people love purple. Oh, this is a brand I've not seen before. So it's Caron, and it's made in the USA. It's a size 16 as well. It does have pads in the shoulders, but this looks like it's a long line kind of blazer shirt. Yeah, so that's a hidden zipper in the back. And it's got some interesting metallic, it's not a beads, they're like decals on it. So there's that. Hold on, let me move you over here. And then it has a matching skirt. It's a skirt. And it's kind of see-through, so I think this is something that would have been worn with you were wearing a slip underneath of it. But this is a very pleated, this is from the 80s. This is probably the late 80s, early 90s, because shoulder pads were still in suiting pretty heavily in the early 90s, and it looks like this is a drop waist. So, all right, I will have to look that up and do some research on that and see before I list it. And then we have green. We all know how much I love green. We have another skirt suit. This is rayon and polyester, so another size 16, and this is made in Taiwan. It's got a single vent skirt, and then it also has a matching, oh, this is interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna move the box over there so I can see this better. This is also made in Taiwan. It's the same rayon polyester blend, another heavy shoulder pads, but the front is odd. Okay, I figured it out. It's an 80s power suit, and this is how it goes together. It just took me way too long to figure out how to do that. And this is Casper, so I will double check that and see as well. But Doyle, thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. I do love buying and selling vintage. Again, I will have to look up Caslon because I've not seen that brand before, and I really am excited to do some research on that. And then of course I have to do some research to figure out what to list those for and to list them. So thank you very much, Doyle. I appreciate it, and I will add this $10 to the Bronco fund already. All right, so now I'm gonna open Brett's box. I think this is actually a gift and not something for the Bronco, but I do want to open it up on camera just in case. This apparently was meant for my birthday, which was last month in June. But I am, like I said, a little overwhelmed with generosity and my house because it keeps breaking. So I'm sorry, I'm just now getting it. And this is exciting. Oh my God, okay. So Brett buys and restores cast iron, and he's already gifted me a hammered dimpled cast iron pan. It's a little small one that I use all the time at home, and he sent me another one and plenty of packing material, because if you did not know, cast iron, despite it being metal, is actually very fragile, so it can crack in shipping. So if you ever decide to buy and resell anything cast iron, be it a pan, like what I'm going to show you now, or like a figure or some kind of outdoor thing, you need to make sure you wrap it like a glass or ceramic, because again, it can crack and break. It's very durable, but it's not that kind of durable. I love that you use green poodle. Hold on, I'm gonna need to go get a pair of scissors. I'll be right back. Okay, I have freed the pan, and it is gorgeous. It matches the other one perfectly, and it's the really big one. Well, it's not the really big one, but it is the size that I use the most at the boys' house. I am so excited. It's so beautiful. I cannot believe you managed to find a matching one to the one you already sent me. I have never, before he sent me that little one, I have never seen this hammered dimpling on a cast iron pan before. And it's so beautiful. So now I have a set, and that's so exciting. Thank you. I'm going to keep this one at my house. But this is awesome. This is such a generous gift, because these can be very valuable, especially these interesting ones with the dimples. So the fact that you gave this to me instead of didn't resell it, that means a lot, Brett. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. And I already use the small one because when I'm not with the boy, I'm by myself here at my house, and so I use it for eggs all the time because he did an amazing job seasoning it. This is awesome. This is awesome. I still don't understand why we ever got away from cast iron for cooking. other than the fact that it's heavy, because I love cooking with cast iron pans. I think it's just the best way to cook. My mom would disagree with me because she thinks it's too heavy and too hard to deal with. So in conclusion, I've already paid half of my Ford Bronco payment for my first Ford Bronco payment. And we now have, thanks to Doyle's lovely generous donation of $10 additional, which I thought so cute, the Bronco fund is now at $72.88. I also want to say that some of you may see me opening these gifts and be like, this is completely not relatable because you have a YouTube channel, so that's why people are sending you stuff. And I would like to go back to the statement I made before, that the whole reason why I decided to do this series is because I kept getting free stuff from my friends and family in real life, because I told them I buy and resell vintage clothing, antiques, collectibles, just anything, and they've given me literal carloads of stuff. In fact, I actually have to go to my aunt's house sometime before the end of the year and pick up another carload of clothing because she retired, and so she's just giving me all of her career clothes and stuff to resell for free without a consignment or anything like that. So if you have people in your life and you tell them what you do, they might do the same for you. I do know that I am in a very privileged place where some people have decided to send me things, and I, again, am super grateful for it. Again, Doyle, thank you. Melissa, thank you, because again, some of the stuff that she gifted me last time I saw her, and Brett, thank you for the gorgeous gift. But if this is not for you, that's cool. Thanks for watching this far, but I do hope I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye.